Now we can actually check this because we have given learning activities in our e-learning course. We have given learning activities, and even in the syllabus there are certain learning activities. So if students have done these learning activities, this question should be very easy and it should basically fall into the simple category.
Yeah, so very important is when I say the practical experience is not only ability of pressing the keys, that you should have some understanding about the key map in the keyboard and different types of the keyboards, because if you look at this question, it's related to the standard keyboard, but there are some other types of keyboards, and again the keyboards vary from the computer to computer. Now if you look at the laptops and the tablet PCs, the mechanism, the layout of the keys is different. So it's better if you can get a chance to learn this about the different layouts. Will be, if you have those knowledge, background knowledge, will be very easy question. So the corresponding learning outcome about the question?
Basically the learning outcomes, like if we had look at all the questions we talked up to now, we can see that each question corresponds to a learning outcome. So we are actually assessing whether the students have learned what we want them to learn. So it is important that the students should be able to do this, and basically the learning outcomes we cover two here: identify and describe the different types of keyboards and layouts, and also we talk about describe how the inputs of a keyboard is read by a computer. So we have two learning outcomes covered in one particular question. And if you look at the answer, we have the answers for this as the alter key and the control key. In that first example, the alter key is actually spaced closer to the space bar than the control key, so that's a wrong answer. And the number pad has an enter key, and also the num lock has to be off to use the navigation keys in the number pad, so that is also true. The caps lock key is actually located above the left shift key, and the delete actually deletes the character behind, whereas the backspace deletes the character in front. So it does not delete characters in a similar manner. So it is very important that the students look at the answers, understand it, and then answer the question, because some of the questions or some of the answers look correct but they are actually not correct. So students should be careful in answering.
Especially the backspace and the delete key. So sometimes people use those keys to delete the characters, but you should have some understanding how you are using those characters to delete the thing, and if you have that knowledge, it will be very easy to identify that choice is correct or wrong. So that's again it's the learning outcome is related to the
identification. It's related to identify and describe the different types of keyboards and the layouts, and also it talks about describe how the inputs of a keyboard is read by the computer.
Okay, so this is important. So you have to combine your practical knowledge and the knowledge and the comprehension skills, and also the application. So again the question, it depends on, sometimes it may be a simple question for the people who have used and who have experience.
Yes.
Sometimes it may not be a simple question for the people who have less experience in this regard. So shall we go to another question, or do you like to say something more about
yes,
this question?
You just said that students should be able to have the knowledge, comprehend, and also apply it. So I have a very good example in example number 5, that particular question. Like if you talk about it, which of the following are the advantages? Now it's a key term, advantages of the optical mouse over the mechanical mouse. So here we have 5 statements, and the first one is the optical mouse is less sensitive to dust, the optical mouse requires less space to operate, the optical mouse works on any surface, the optical mouse is connected through a USB port, and the optical mouse is more durable. So if we look at this, and here we especially see whether they have the knowledge, whether they have understood it, and also whether they have the application knowledge. So if they have not really studied this properly and understood it, they should not be able to answer this question. So understanding of students is very important, and the main learning outcome we cover here is identify and compare and contrast different pointer devices. So this question basically does that. And if you look at the answer for this, the optical mouse is less sensitive to dust. That's a correct answer, because the ball mouse or the mechanical mouse gathers dust and it doesn't work properly. The optical mouse requires less space to operate, which is not true, and the optical mouse works on any surface. Basically it's not true, because shiny surfaces the optical mouse does not work properly, and the optical mouse is connected through the USB interface. Now that may be correct, but the thing wrong here is it's not an advantage
with respect to the
with
question.
respect to the question. So the optical mouse is more durable, because the ball mouse is mechanical and mechanical things wear out faster.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Hakim. So these are the different type of questions that you will encounter in the practice questions as well as in the assignments, and that's the way of preparing you for the final exam in the semester. And try these things on the LMS. And again, if you have some question about these programs as well as the questions, please discuss in the forums under the IT1203 in the computer systems course. Thank you very much and we hope to have a similar program in coming weeks. Thank you.